I am Harold Rickerson. It is an honor to be here on this land. But I had sailed here and I had crashed. We're gonna go find a spot to RP at. I want to find somewhere that's next to the water where I can roleplay waking up on. Sailing to the Mediterranean. Last I remember. I don't think we made it there. Grandmaster Arena, Isles of the Saint Viridian, First Church of the Radiant Isles. First Church of the Radiant Isles. I've never heard of this place. So we're running around, lost. Get better at jumping. There's a little bit of lag. There we go. I have more I can add. I'm gonna RP out being shipwrecked. In fact, I want to build a shipwreck. Like a boat wreck. People still have their markers visible to other players. It's still a bit unusual. That's kind of meta stuff right there, you know. Like, seems no one is exactly near me, but maybe I'll just turn it on. Alrighty. live on everything. Double check. Yeah. I see a workbench. I kind of remember there being a HUD button. Turn off your HUD. I gotta find out where we are. This is definitely not the Mediterranean. Do not recognize anything here. Correct. At least I am not at sea anymore. The ocean was not fair to me this time. I feared I was going to die there. Now this is a fancy home. High Court of the Radiant Isles. Hall of Justice. Yeah, I figure out all the snags and tricks and stuff to see how things will go. Valheim RP. little bit of lag. I remember last time I played the server, I could not find flintstone to save my life. It was a pain. But I do need to find a loose rock somewhere. Need 2 rocks. What manner of beast is this? What manner of beast are they? Never seen anything like it. God, I'm cold already. Hey, Nerd King, how you doing, man? Hell yeah, man. Hey, Valencorp, what's up? Started RPing in Kudos again, 3 or 4 days a week. Hell yeah, I'll have to get on there and check it out again soon. I'm just like hopping around some other games to see what kind of RP's out there and see what I, want to make and so on. How you doing, man? How you been feeling? Yeah, I quit the DayZ stuff already because, not DayZ in general. I left the DayZ Medieval RP behind because the server wasn't very good. That's fine. But I'm trying out Valheim RP again. And then I'll try out a different game. I'm going to try Bannerlords next. And see what I enjoy. Sorry to hear that, man, but I hope you feel better real soon. Bluegrass Gatehouse. Trying to get myself to be working on things again instead of sitting around wondering what the fuck I'm doing. I get you. I feel like I'm kind of in that stage right now. Kid was very lost right now. I want to find a spot to make my intro. It's fairly far away from construction and stuff. So we're still kind of looking to make an intro right now. What type of intro? Oh, just an intro for this character. He's shipwrecked on these lands. Cool. Yeah, I try to make like an intro for this series I'm making. If I like it or not. Floating rock. Oh, I thought this was the edge. Maybe it's off this way, the edge. I want to build like a shipwreck. And I'll use that, you know, for my intro and stuff. Because part of my lore is how I got here is because of shipwreck. Some interesting rock structures over here. People liked my Valheim RP. They enjoyed it. They had fun with it. I wanted to see if I can make something just as good on this game. This game is beautiful. I think I'm going to try to get immersed in people's RP out here. Instead of trying to do my own thing right away, I got to get immersed with the world. Knights Templar. Very nice looking building. You did a good job. There's no way I'm gonna make that swim. I want to get over there, but like we'll just go up the coast some more. I just wanna record an intro first. I want to try to get some decent shots. Oh, guys, could someone look up for me? Is there a button to turn off the HUD on this game? I forget what it was, if there was one. If you can Google it for me really quick, if anybody would be willing to. If not, it's fine. I think right here is a good spot. I'll take the trees from back here. Ugh, this sucks. Okay, so wood collecting might be impossible. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, I'm going to take a little more and probably do some Who's RP. Got a guy who wants to RP with a Mad Doctor, but I need to set up for that. I'm going to tell him I will play with him Tuesday. Okie dokie. I look forward to getting on there with some RP with you at some point. Building my intro site. The little wrecked boats coming together actually quite nicely. Get some more wood. I want to make it look like semi-decent. How do you open the build menu again? I think I just lost the build menu. There we go. How do I reset that? Oh my god, so much better. Hey, Passion Pete, how you doing? Um, I think there's at least 100 slots, but there might be more now. I saw like a picture that said 420, so it's a lot. If you want to join in, I can send you a link to the Discord if you'd like. I'm filming an intro here too right now. Let me get a link to that. To the Discord. All right, here we go. There you go. All right, I think we got our intro recorded, so I'm just gonna stop recording there and I think it's time we continue on our merry path. See if we come across anyone. Alrighty, let me turn off my heater again because my heater's loud. Smells divine in there.
Huh?
Hello?
Hello.
I've been shipwrecked and I've wandered onto this town here. Can you tell me where I am?
Oh, you're in Legacy.
Legacy? I mean, what country am I in? Where am I?
This is the Radiant Isles. We're not too sure where it is in the world, but this is where you are.
I was supposed to be in the Mediterranean, but I don't know how I ended up here. But I'm happy enough to see another person after 8 months.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
Does this food cost money? Or I could work for it. I could.
There's some basic foods here, but most of it is what you can get, really. I'm not a cook, unfortunately.
This town is called Legacy. Pardon me, I need to sit down and eat first.
No, do so. Do you want a drink?
I could use a drink, surely. It beats rainwater now, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, too salty. Let's see. I might have moved some drinks around, but I can try and find something. I know. Give me one moment. My name's Janet, by the way.
Pardon me, how rude. I forgot to introduce myself. I am Harold. And you said your name was Jenica?
Janet.
Janet. It is good to meet you. I feel fortuitous to come across this place thinking that I was not going to ever see civilization again.
No, it's okay. Let me just take this raspberry off. And put a drink on it if I can. There we go.
Thank you. Your hospitality would be remembered, for sure.
It's quite alright. It's raining outside? Oh, not quite. That's good. I can transport some food in here.
It was earlier. I had walked in it. I'd been at my boat wreck for a couple of days, and I decided it was time to move on from where I was.
Why were you going to the Mediterranean, if you don't ask me?
To trade, mostly. I was going to try and set up a new life there, maybe. I have gotten tired of Norway, and I wanted to see the world.
It's quite a long travel from Norway to the Mediterranean.
Yes, but my ancestors have sailed it for years and generations, so it was worth the trip. But I'm elsewhere now. I wonder if the Radiant Isles is near the Mediterranean, but I've been adrift. Our boat was flipped in a bad weather, bad storm, and I've been living on the bottom half of it for months, for sure. I lost track of count, but I think it was 8. And then one day I woke up because the ship was still.
See.
And it was here.
So you recently came onto the Isles?
Yes. I'm glad for it. Being on the ocean for as long as I was sure I was going to die. I had run out of supplies. I had to wait for rain to come to drink the water. And it's barely getting by out there. And I have become weak. But I feel strong now after eating and drinking.
It's quite alright. If you ever need more, I could bring more over for you for traveling around if you need to explore this place with mystery.
And if you would, it would be a pleasure to eat more and gorge myself for once in a while. I would appreciate if you would sit down with me. So I have so many questions of where I am, what this place is, who the people are. How is it we speak the same language? All of that.
I'm guessing there's a certain majesty to the magic around us that gives us such knowledge. Those that at least where language is all but common amongst all of us. We have a lot of religions around here, at least once. But it all blends together after a while.
How long have you been here for? On this island?
Almost 6 years.
6 years. Why is it you come here then? Did you get stuck here as well? But this town wasn't built in 6 years, was it?
More or less a year.
Huh.
But I got here through the promise of exploration, through the Alpine company.
The who?
Yeah. And I wanted to start a new life, just as you were.
Well, this is not the location I was looking to go, but it is far from where I was. Perhaps this is not a bad thing for me. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I have yet to realize it. Just yet. Maybe the gods were testing me at the ocean, at sea, for so long to see if I would make it, if I was worthy of coming to a new land.
Maybe. A lot of things tend to spur people on with certain notions.
What gods are worshipped here on this land? I should ask. I highly doubt it's my gods.
I know, maybe you might have heard of Christianity.
I have heard of Christians, I have.
But as quick as they came, they unfortunately fell.
Well, that is promising to hear for myself. I've never been much for the Christians. From my home, where they come, they tried to spread like a plague and tried to convert all of us because we are pagans to them.
That's what unfortunately happened here. They tried to force it upon us, and, well, it kind of fell out of favor. People wanted to be free and do what they want. But that's just one of many religions here.
How many are here? Which ones are worshipped? Who are the gods of the Radiant Isles?
From what I could tell, there's about 3 of them, at least still presently active.
What was that? You hear that?
Hmm?
The whispering just now. I heard whispering.
Whispering?
It was like something I've never heard before.
I don't hear whispering.
I just come to notice that head mounted on the wall, its eyes are glowing. How is it doing that?
Oh, you mean those?
Mm-hmm.
It tends to happen now and then, but they're pretty much slain from almost days, if not years ago.
I've never seen creatures such as these. They look like the creatures from tale and myth I've heard from my own people.
Probably the such stag above your head. I'm not sure about the wolf and the wooden one behind me. But as easy they rise, as easy as they fell. Apart from that white wolf one, it was pretty tough.
Well, hopefully I do not come across these creatures on my own. I don't think I would do well without the shield in my hand. Nor armor, or a good sword, or axe. The spear might do me well for a bit.
It's probably best in these lands here, considering I think the worst of it is the swamps. How quickly you can be overwhelmed. But you want to hear more about the religions?
I do,
right?
I do. Sorry to be sidetracked. I just was not expecting this mounted trophy to start whispering in my ears.
Okay. I just best ignore it. They won't come alive and bite you.
I surely hope not.
The other 3 religions, or at least one I would say, which is not too far from here, or 2, is those of the pantheon, Roman gods, so to speak.
And what are these Roman gods? I've never heard of Romans before.
Never had I, but they exist, apparently. Or at least those who worship them.
I wonder what my gods think of their gods. I know my gods do not smile upon the Christian god. But a pantheon of Roman gods? I've never heard of such a thing. How many gods do they have?
I heard of Saturn and Mars, but I believe there might be more.
That is good news to hear. Then they might be more alike to my gods.
Or at least Mars is the war god. Or the god of war, the other way around, sorry. Well, Saturn, I'm not too sure.
That reminds me of Thor.
Hmm?
He did love his battles. He did. I wonder if Thor would ever fight the god of Mars, and who would win, and how they would laugh, probably, after a fight. They're both gods who practice.
But from what I understood, they are named after planets.
I've never heard this word before.
I know. They say there are things in the sky observed by... what they call them, scientists? I'm not sure.
I do
It's all
not
of it.
understand these words you're speaking.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's what they called them anyway. But regardless, that's one of them. The other one is Mongolians.
I've
Or let's
heard
see.
rumors of Mongolians before on a
Yeah.
certain road that would go deeper into the lands I'm from, through Russia and other places.
You see.
I believe they called it the Silk Road.
I may have heard of it, but I've mostly been working in fields all my life, so trade is not often met with my ears.
I would get the occasional traveler through my village, and they would speak of all the places they had ever been to. And they'd always find themselves in Norway at the end of their journeys to take a boat elsewhere if they were coming through from Russia.
Interesting. Well, from what I understood, they practice the art of shamanism.
I wonder if they are similar to the shamans of my culture. I have so much to learn, so much to ponder, and so much to take in now. I already feel more joy in my heart just being able to talk to somebody about something other than my own thoughts.
Well, I'm glad that you're here and not out in the middle of the oceans.
I am glad too.
But that's most of the main religions that are around here. Oh, well, no, that's not true. I missed one, didn't I? So the other one is these followers that follow certain deities that came from a place close to here.
Their gods walk among us then.
Supposedly. I've not seen them fly, but they have appeared in mysterious ways.
Interesting.
Some through lightning, others just come out of the forest
Sounds
like
like
wooden creatures.
sounds similar to stories of my own gods. Maybe they're the same.
Perhaps.
Starting to sound like the Radiant Isles is the land of the gods, where all gods come together to mingle.
Well, that's the strange thing about it. It seems that as us humans are capable to render these gods mortal through trials and tribulation.
These gods are mortal?
Or are immortal.
Oh,
until
immortal.
Yeah. But we somehow have the hand in making them mortal if war ever erupts out between them.
I wonder what would cause that.
There's a big story that rolls around this specific god called Dalgor, but I don't know much about it. I was pretty much asleep for the longest time when it happened. But from what I understood, some various parties went out defeating his so-called generals, and by defeating his generals and collecting runes, they were able to render Dalgor, who threatened life and making a mockery of life itself by raising the dead of those lost to sea, to render him mortal and thus slay him.
That's quite the tale.
Hmm.
And mortals are a part of that. They had their hand in it. Who are these heroes? Who are these people?
Well, everyone. everyone around us.
Everyone here. Well, that wouldn't be me because I wasn't here for this. So you all
No.
had a hand in defeating a great evil.
Not me specifically, but I assume others that have been more awake.
That's interesting.
But there is more to come, I suppose, and as sadly as it may sound, a war on the horizon as these new lands have opened up recently to us of frost and mountains, maybe similar to where you live.
Does sound similar. Most of the year we are covered in snow from where I have arrived. But, tell me this war. Why are they fighting a war? Who's involved in this war? I surely should know just in case I am wandering and would be less ignorant.
Well, if a war does ever break out, which might likely happen due to people crossing lines where demands were supposed to be agreed upon by these twin deities that reside over these mountains, so to speak. The names are Bragas and Kiel. One is female, the other one is male. They seem to wield ice magic to varying degree.
Well, that's certainly interesting to hear. And these gods are at war with each other.
No, they sisters, or sister and brother. But the reason why I say a war might break out is because the demands that were laid before us to not break are already being broken.
So people have angered these gods then, and they are blaming all of us for these actions.
It might happen in that way, yes. It's what happens when people sailed west to the forest, or the land of forests. They stole the metal and angered Valkor, who waged the war and was rendered immortal by once again the mortal hands of man.
So this is indeed the land of gods then. And all of us who have come here are taking from their bounty, is what you make it sound like.
Well, they weren't here when we got here. They were actually sealed away.
Interesting.
But
More questions arise now.
we accidentally unsealed them.
How'd that happen?
Well, Lord Ivar, who owns the Alpin Co. company, tasked all of us to collect keys for a vault. And as going to bring these keys to the vault with the help of Mr. B at the time, opened the vault, which imbued Mr. B, turning him into not a being of flesh but of bone, and knocked everyone out unconscious, and out came out this vault that spewed energies beyond our imagination and magic across the land. The entities that I described to you by name, which went across different islands that they reside over.
And what of this company? Who are they? You've mentioned their name before. The Elven Company, you said.
Yes.
I've never heard of them. And they've caused these spirits or gods to be released from imprisonment.
Yes, and Lord Alpin, well, not Lord Alpin, Lord Ivar Alpin, rather. He got injured in the result of opening the vault.
Huh.
But this was almost 6 years ago now.
Well, sounds like I've come to a land that's rich with story and happenings. Hopefully, I do not have to get in the way of these gods myself. They sound treacherous, dangerous to be around.
Well, you want to know at least what's going on right now, rather than past histories.
Yes, I would love to know.
We are trying to make peace with the twins so that we can earn their trust with the magics that they have to at least allow ourselves more on their lands without disturbing the imbalance that is their wrath and anger if we ever cross their lines, which undoubtedly we are. However, these terms were overseen by their lesser brother, who resides over another island called the Golden Fields, named Farus. He's a researcher of some kind, but there I digress. He's more of a person that is willing to help us, is to combat against Mr. B, who turned into a skeleton figure ere long ago. But that's his main goal, is to take on that deity who unleashed his other lesser beings across the land. That's his motive. But he wants to get the twin on our sides, but us, or some other people with different motives, are making it difficult. And by this point, it's more of a waiting game if war ever does break out from these lines being crossed. Or, well, if our plans to make peace with the twins does ever come to fruition. And that's what's currently happening.
Is that all happening around right here, and near this village I'm in, this town? Or is it further?
Oh, no. It's further away. I sadly don't have it drawn up as a map, but I do have coexisting maps, one being old, one recent, of the two lands I've explored, if you want to take a look.
I would love to. I would love to see what this board looks like. What it's been drawn as.
Though I am working on, let's say, the northern island as well as the mountains, but that will take time.
Are you an explorer, Janet?
Yes, or a map maker as well.
Huh. Well, it's fortuitous I have met you this day. It is.
Well, if you follow me, I'll probably show you the maps if you're ever so eager.
Yes.
If you're in need of proper clothing, I could ask a friend of mine to make you some. But I do have some spare clothing in my stash somewhere.
Now, in my days on the boat, I've forgot how to properly walk, I think.
That's okay. So, here's the map. You take a very squinting look at the runes. For those on the side, you might get some insightful information. It's the lands.
I can't make anything out from this map.
Oh, try these ones over here.
Oh. I see the problem now. I am not able to read these languages.
If you squint hard enough, you might be able to see something.
I think I might have to explore my own.
You sure? How do I make you understand these runes?
Don't worry about it. That could be for another time.
Are you sure? These lands are very vast and confusing at times.
Well, I don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon, right? I'm sure another day I can come through and study this better.
Alright. Well, if you ever miss something, the map's always here. Or simply you can take one with you if you want to purchase one.
I'll keep that in mind. What is used for currency here in this land?
Gold.
Well, that makes things easy and hard at the same time.
but merchants, unfortunately, are too far between. So if you want to get gold, you have to be adventurous in crypts.
Janet, you have been more than helpful to me this day. How could I repay you?
Oh, just gathering information of the land. Let's say buildings or geography related stuff.
Well, if I
And,
learn of anything of interest to you, I'll make sure I tell you.
Yeah, that'll be most grateful. Especially if things I've missed or buildings that have appeared.
How many people live in this town of Legacy?
Oh, only 3, but you might have run past the board. The names are on there.
It is built so large for only 3 people to be living in a town like this. It surprises me.
It's not too big. It has the basic amenities, a tavern, which I currently run as a brewer myself, as well as an alchemist.
Interesting. When I came here, I've only seen one side of it, so I figured there was more to it, with all these walls and such. Do you mind if I look around?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. And take a look inside the various stores. Albeit I don't think you'd be able to open the chest, but that's
I'm
more
merely
matter of-
curious, that's all. I came in from over here, if I remember right. It was raining and it was dark. The darkness did seem to make this place much bigger now. This is close to a couple homes stacked tightly together, I see, and their businesses.
Mm.
This is a nice home. It's well built.
Thank you. It's just a small basic smithing.
Is this land mostly islands, or are we on a greater continent?
Where you came from, which is mostly the north, is an island divided by rivers, both southwest and northeast. But the more further south you go, the more broken up the islands get, divided by rivers and estuaries.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
But it can be a bit annoying to traverse, so to speak. So, if you ever do want to explore in those areas, I suggest taking the gates further north of here, where you probably awoke.
Well, I appreciate all the hospitality and help you've given me. I have things to ponder about. If you don't mind, I will go back into the inn for a bit. I need to think to myself for a moment. In silence.
That's quite alright. I will try and see if there's any proper clothes for you. You got pants there, but I think you can do with a proper shirt.
I forgot to
Degree.
think about dressing myself. I've been gone at sea for so long that these rags are all I had, and they've become like a part of me.
Let me just open the store for you.
Oh, pardon
There
me,
we go.
Janet. Is there an outhouse inside this tavern?
There is a public entryway, which is this door over here near the desk, which you can leave and enter whenever you will. And there is upstairs rooms where you can also open and stay in.
You mind if I go into a room upstairs and lay down a spell?
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate you. You are very hospitable. Thank you.
Rest is much needed on the few that do ever come here. But do have a nice nap.
I will. I'll be down in a moment.
Okay.
I gotta take a shit really bad. IRL. What's Valheim RP like? How many players can be on the server, and is it popular? This server has definitely gotten popular. They're on season 10 right now, Remote Realms Deuce. I think there's 100 people max on the server at a time. I think there's like 46 people playing at the moment when I looked earlier today. So, there's a lot of people on it. Ugh. use the restroom, but the part that sucks about going to the restroom right now, my office is a side building, and it snowed outside, so I have to walk in snow and stuff. And I gotta put my boots back on. All just to go use the restroom. Here.
Oh. Hello? Wait. No, that voice. Is that you, Uncle? It's been a while. How have you been? Oh, yeah.
I need to text. There are text RPers on the server.
Wanted
Unfortunately, those are the people I tend to ignore completely. Because they do not make good for good RP. I mean, they can RP okay, but it's not good for my videos.
Thank you. That's quite something. There is a map I did make of the forest you lived in, if you ever want to see it. Oh. Do you need a copy? Well, I'll be glad to. Probably not quite now, unfortunately. It may be quite a while away. That I've heard as well. Bruce mentioned you were injured. I got concerned. There's so much to learn about these lands. So much I've missed. But how have things been? Oh. Well, hopefully the thrill of the hunt has been ever invigorating for those seeking challenges. Oh, yeah? Oh, this is a lot. This... I've been hearing such rules not so common in these lands from a person I'm not going to mention, but other than that, they've been hearing it's pretty quiet up around there. Oh. How far? Where'd you go? Was I imagining Valheim? I don't think I was. Oh, oop. That must have been a seagull. Pesky spotted seagulls. radius of the bubble. And it hurts.
game is to be like those servers. Gotta have mics. All right, I'm trying to think new with my heater. We'll see this. See if this pays off. Hey, Trey Sold. Guys, you're still the RP grind. Always wanted to try Valheim RP. Want me to send you a link to the server? To the Discord? Sorry, one second. I'm back. I had to take a poo-poo. I have Valheim. Sorry, I kicked my... Making myself comfortable. 1 second. Alrighty. Drop a link for you guys really quick. Janet?
Hello.
I appreciate your hospitality. That was much needed rest. I am much better than I was before. I feel
Sounds
that
good.
it's the best rest I've gotten in a very long time. And I'm more thankful than you can understand.
Well, I'm glad to provide. There was a visit of such deity that was here just earlier.
Is that so?
Yes, the name that goes by amongst others is Valcor.
Valcor. You spoke of this Valcor in your stories earlier.
Hmm.
And remind me, what was this Valcor known for?
They used to live in the forest, but probably still is, now that they recovered, I think. They were injured previously, but from what I can understand, they like the thrill of the hunt. They don't like people fooling around in a little forest. But yeah, they're pretty much like hunting and pulling challenges up against people for defeating mighty creatures across different lands.
So a god of the hunt and challenge and the guardian of a forest.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I was asleep while you were blessed with the presence of somebody who is immortal, a god, and I was asleep during that. How foolish of me.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm pretty sure they'll come around eventually.
What was their purpose for coming to this village?
They showed up, said they were pretty much fine when I asked them about when they got injured, and things got a bit complicated. But they seemed to gift me various rewards or things that they've gotten, either through their travels or for maybe unknown reasons. Valcor hunting wolves that might be rummaging through the forest, which have happened a couple days ago, but maybe her and us have been dealing with them at the same time.
You must be real good friends with this Valcor if they come by to just gift you gifts.
I'll say more of acquaintances.
Huh. What do they look like? Are they tall? Are they large? Do they have wings?
Oh, they're kind of our height. They are of lady, rather than a man.
Hmm.
And they seem to enjoy fun amongst us, as well as not preventing, sorry, giving us fun.
Sorry, repeat that last thing you said. I didn't understand.
Like observing us having fun.
They like to watch us
Yes.
to get onto our. I don't know what to say. No, I do not know the words to use.
It's not really an observer. I'm guess an entertainer. It's
So
hard to
we
describe.
are entertainment for.
For Valcor to
for
some degree,
Valcor.
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I wonder what they find entertaining about us.
Maybe struggles or brief hardships between people that unlikely wouldn't bond together over.
Just like
Who
the
knows?
gods to want to see struggle, that is for sure. For some reason they revel in it, and sometimes they cause it, and sometimes they reward you for overcoming such obstacles in life.
Perhaps.
Where should I go now? I get to find a purpose for myself. I have no
Oh.
purpose right now. None to speak of. Nowhere to go, no guidance just yet. But now I want to see this world for all of its uniqueness.
If you ever want to hang out with people who are very charismatic and colorful, the Bumblefolk is one people I would suggest to visit.
The who?
Bumblefolk.
The Bumblefolk.
Yeah.
And what are they known for?
Let's say, by charismatic and colorful, I would say they're chaotic, but the chaotic is not a bad nature spirit. It, wouldn't rile you up to the point where you get angry because they're chaotic. Like fun to hang out
Alright.
with.
Mischievous.
Yes.
Mischievous. Where are they located? Where should I go? How do I get there?
The best way to get to them is going north to where you might have seen the gates. You might probably see it by signs, but the gates that are up there is the southern gate, and if you go through it, it'll end you up somewhere in the southern area, and there is a bridge that goes slightly south and westward.
Oh,
You
damn
can
it.
follow those.
Do you know the way
Yeah.
then, right? Perhaps you show me the way, if you would be so kind, once more.
That might be better, yeah. If you don't mind, that is.
I would appreciate it. I fear that I will get lost on my way there.
I could help you with that. But let me get you a shirt that matches those pants.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Janet. And
You
I will
never
be sure
know.
to repay your hospitality soon. I will.
Okay. Let me just give you something. Let's see. Do I? I don't have blue stuff unless I put it somewhere else.
I am not picky when it comes to the color of my clothing right now. As long as it's warm and keeps me from burning in the sun, Ray.
What is this? Oh, well, this is close to it. It's made by someone I once knew. This should be enough. Oh, wait, hang on one second. Coming right in with a whole bunch of things. There you go. Looks like a little book. Don't ask me how I cram in there, it just happens. It has some blue accents on it, but it's close enough. Oh. Jumping for joy.
Trying to get my arm through the sleeve.
Eh,
Thank you.
it's okay. Well, it's probably best I did help you across these lands. It's gone a bit foggy all of a sudden.
This fog does not seem natural for it to enter the building as such.
Yeah, maybe it's the fires that's also contributing to it.
I am ready when you are.
As well as I am. Let me just stuff this down my gullet. There we go. Oh, we should be on our way. Let me evoke the essence of Valcor.
What did you just do? Is this some kind of sorcery?
Yeah, some people call it magic. It's something you have to study the runes in Valcor's Grove.
Huh.
But
I
we
feel
shouldn't-
strange. I feel full of energy.
Yeah, it makes you round quickly. But we shouldn't tabby. We need to use this pretty quickly.
Alright, then lead the way.
I might be a bit slow. Because I'm wearing metal armor, so yeah.
Not a worry. It just means I'm able to keep up with you.
Even surpass me if you needed to. Oh, we might get a little wet, but... Oh, hello, dear.
This land has so much life in it, so bountiful.
It seems endless, no matter how many overhunting people tend to do. Maybe the magic has its own uses. I might need to stop for a moment to get my strength back. Nope. I'm pretty sure the Bumblefolk might give you quite a lot.
That would mean I would be in more debt than I am already.
And if the Bumblefolk ain't there, well, either gone to the mountains or to the folly.
Even then, I might wander on my own once you show me the way.
Very well.
Gotta remember to make
Oh,
marks.
I'm
on the
caught
map.
on my own foot then, that was weird. I do have to warn you about that place. They are struggling with magics interfering with the land and their building crumbling away in result of it. Sorry, that bar was gonna keep attacking me if I was walking in this pace.
The bar here are quite aggressive, as they are where I am from as well.
Hmm?
As they say, boars are hot-headed, or they do not think about what might lead them down their own demise, but they are brave and they charge into battle without thinking twice.
That's often a mistake.
I've known many men to be boar-headed.
Or blindsided by the thrill of war or battle.
Mm-hmm.
You're either cunning or I don't know what's the other word. Something else. Hot-headed? No.
Arrogant.
That's true. Yeah, it seems that when Valkor visited, they gave me a bunch of bees and wolf pelts. But, it was appreciated nevertheless. But I think if we do get to the Bumbles, I might take a rest there. Stupid ferns. This is what these plants are. They're called ferns, if you're ever curious.
I was wondering, there's so many strange plants. These trees are unique, unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Someone said they were palm trees.
Oh, someone has a home here?
Oh no, it's actually the gate I spoke about.
Huh. What is this?
Oh, geez, he was looking into it. Sorry. It takes you to places. It's
what?
harmless, really.
It's harmless. It doesn't look harmless to me. I've never seen magic. But I've never seen magic like this before.
I know it looks pretty aggressive, but I was skeptical at first when I came to these lands, but when someone demonstrated from stepping in and out of it, they were pretty much fine.
And if you wouldn't mind, would you demonstrate stepping in and out of it?
Oh, badly.
To make sure I use it right.
Huh. Alright. Well, I'll see you in a moment.
She just vanished. I've never seen anything like this before. You've vanished and then reappeared. So I walk into it. That's all I do.
Yes.
I feel itchy after doing that. Is that normal?
Some people have various degrees of reactions to it, at least for the first time. I felt really dizzy and almost was sick. But
It's like one side of the gate is here and the other is there. This is so unusual to me. I've never seen anything like this before. This must be truly the land of the gods, then, of such wonderful magic like this, just to be seen with your own eyes.
I would take out something to show you, but I don't want to scare you.
Now you have my interest. And
No?
my curiosity.
And, I can't use it specifically right now, but it does look pretty sometimes.
Huh. It is definitely unique and interesting, but it's nothing like the portal back there that we had walked through. The gate.
The very tip of the staff is very cold.
I can feel it from here. Wonderful.
There is a fire version of this. But it makes me wonder, I'll probably have to use it more if I'm going to the so-called mountains.
Where did you get such a wonderful glowing stick?
Well, when I held these crystals for the first time, there was something akin to what others would call an inspiration. Or inspiring notions for knowing how to craft certain things in certain ways. But others tend to go in a more route of researching these metals and magical items. But for me, at least, when knowing this, I was studying it pretty closely, as it was pretty cold on the touch when first gaining such an item. From defeating those walking stone creatures that apparently are seemingly held together by magical means. I am to believe that this crystal is the source of their power that keeps them together.
I wonder when I will see such wonderful creatures, yet horrifying.
There is some in the forest, but probably many more in the mountains. Look at that, the fog's gone.
I guess you must show me the rest of the way then.
Oh yes, we're not too far now.
The building looks very different here from where we were before.
This is the Mongolian sword.
There is so much to take in here.
Yes, it is quite a lot. I just hope our presence alone in the Bumblefolk don't cause their building to start erupting around them.
What do you mean by erupting?
Well, ever since the mountains have been traversable, it seems that no matter how many people are around such buildings, that things seem to be degrading or exploding by their own fruition.
Sounds like the work of Loki.
Who's Loki?
He's a Aesir, a god of mischief and trickery. And he is known to play tricks on people. Sometimes they are harmless and sometimes... Are you alright?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I just didn't know it was down. It's not the first time this happened.
Sometimes they are harmless, but sometimes his tricks cause great harm. He is a god to be respected but be feared as well. He is, I'd say, devious in most of his choices. It is known for creating monstrosities as well. But if you gain his favor, he rewards greatly just like any other god. But sometimes he may not reward you in the way you would think you should be rewarded.
See.
Nor if you gain his ire, he may punish you in a way you may not realize is a punishment until later.
If you do things in favor of him, what would happen then?
It's hard to say. It's one of the few gods where I show respect to, but I also keep a distance on for my own safety and my family's own safety. But he is to be respected like any of the gods when you go to the temples, high up in the mountains. You are to repay respect to him, so he is a son of Odin after all, and Odin is our Allfather.
Oh, watch out. I don't know why there's so many. Oh, I'm so sorry. You okay?
I am just fine.
I didn't mean to hit you if I did.
I was blocking, luckily enough.
Oh. I didn't know there was boars there so suddenly. It was pretty strange.
I was lost in my story and walked right next to one. They looked at me, angrily.
Oh, there's a big deer. Hello, deer. Yes, that's one thing you need to know about these lands. Creatures tend to grow in gigantic sizes. We're almost there, I think.
The building here seems similar to my people.
No? Oh.
Well,
Hello.
not really sure. Oh, hello, Janet.
Hello.
See you.
Brought
Hello.
a person that has recently washed up to these lands.
Oh, and who might you be?
I am Harold Rickerson.
Harold.
Harold. All right.
Nice to
Good
meet you.
Likewise, you are the next few people I've seen for the first time in a very long time since, well, I met Janet earlier today.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
have you
that's good.
have you had a long nap, or have you just been washed up recently?
My boat had broke upon the shores just the other day. It was a
Oh,
blessing,
I
though,
see.
for me. I had been capsized for months, living on the bottom of my boat, getting by the best I could, with rainwater and fishing and bare supplies I had.
Well, welcome to the Radiant Isles, then, I guess. It's quite. I should say. Yeah, there you go.
So far, it has proven to be quite interesting. I have come to be calling this place, well, the Land of the Gods. It seems that there is people from all over different parts of the world, which makes me think maybe all the gods are here mingling amongst us, or something. With all this,
Nah, just a bunch of immature spirits with too much power and not enough sense. But you'll figure that out on your own soon enough.
Yeah, most likely.
I know nothing of this land. I am ignorant, as it is so far, but I've seen some magic with my own eyes for the first time, and I stepped through a gate, and it brought me so far, and I ain't never seen nothing like that ever in my life. Never, ever.
Yeah. Feels a little like getting turned inside out the first time you go through one, doesn't it?
It made me itchy.
A couple of people would make some puke every time.
Well, you're growing used to it eventually after you spent years here.
Yeah. Maybe someday Celine will get used to it.
Oh, she still struggles, does she?
As far as I know, every time she goes through one, out comes
Oh,
lunch.
God, fucking hell.
Poor
That
girl.
is unfortunate.
Sent that.
What are your
Well,
names, if you don't mind me asking?
Me here without the shirt. I'm Marius the lumberjack, and I don't normally run around without a shirt, but my armor's currently in lots of different pieces somewhere down in Wolf's Gullet.
Marius, it is a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Name's Endem, or Endem Tockley. I live here with the bums.
Endemar, is that what you said?
Endem. A good way to remember is ending them, but I don't intend on doing that anytime soon. Unless
Endem.
someone really fucking pisses me off. Yeah, Endem.
I'm making sure I am understanding your words correctly. Sometimes I have
Yes,
a
you
hard
are.
time hearing.
No, I can understand that. And if you forget the name, don't worry. Trust me, everyone had that issue from time to time. There's so many names. Yes.
And Luca. Endem and Marius and Luca. Janet, I appreciate you being so hospitable and taking me so far across these lands to meet other people. I owe you
Pleasure's all
so
mine.
much.
Oh, I think we have another one behind us. I recognize who it is.
No, it's Frida.
Hey, Frida.
Hello.
Oh, it's Angry Frida with a sword. Stand
Uh-oh.
up.
No. Just
Now a bow.
Nope, Angry Frida with a bow.
no.
I know
Who's-
what that's for.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay.
Anyways,
I
Yeah.
took his ship down there and I repaired it, and then I put a bunch of fires around it. So I'm
Okay.
hoping it'll be fine.
I see
That's
I've
good.
been a good influence.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's who influenced me, I guess,
my
then, yes.
God.
Hello, friends.
Greetings. I am Harold. Nice to meet you.
Why don't you all head inside and talk in there? We have a campfire and everything. You can have a chat. Taryn's in there playing right now, actually. You might hear him. He's
Oh.
another settler here. Yeah, he's fiddling away.
I appreciate your hospitality. Thank you.
It's all good?
Enjoy your conversation.
Oh, yeah. We'll wrap it up soon
Welcome.
enough.
Oh, he is playing.
Yeah, you can ask me the
Yeah, this will be a treat.
He, oh, there you go. Rita,
Yeah,
is it okay if I stay here for a couple days?
of course.
I was intending to sleep a bit earlier, but things happened.
You were gonna sleep where?
Or at my, well, what was Blackwater, but I call Legacy now.
Okay. You know, you're always welcome here.
Alright, so I common to ask first. I mean, Valcor visited for a little bit, but that was pretty much it.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
She still roams the land then?
Yeah, she was wearing feathers. I'm not sure what.
Oh yeah, the feather cape, I've seen that.
Hmm.
Well, and how is she?
She's okay. She seems better, I guess. I inquired about her injuries, but she said it's a bit complicated.
Wait, what injuries?
Well, from what I hear, she got hurt somehow.
How did she get hurt?
I don't know. That's all I heard.
When did this happen?
But from what I heard, she became immortal. But that might have been a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it was, but I didn't think was she in a battle recently?
No, it will be the old wound from Whaler Grim. The one across her ribs, is that the one you're talking about?
I'm not sure really. All I heard that she got injured at one point, and that was pretty much it.
Was she in good spirits at least?
Yeah, I suppose so. She was just doing her thing, running around. Though, she does want that map at some point.
What was her name again? Was it Endor?
Valcor.
Valcor. And Valcor used to be a goddess, and now she is mortal, right?
Yeah. But wait, what map?
Oh, the map of the forest that I made.
Oh. Okay. Alright. I guess I am just trying to catch up on all the things that are new. But anyway, so, who is your friend here? Are we acquainted?
I have not met you before. Unfortunately for myself, yet fortunately at the same time, I had shipwrecked upon the beaches far to... Which way did we come from through this gateway? I forget already. But I've been happy enough to find land and fed and clothed by Janet. And I am finding a purpose for myself here in these isles. I am Harold Rickerson.
Well, pleased to meet you.
Hi,
And,
welcome, friend.
Tell me, Harold. So, Janet has been kind enough, and she is lovely. You are so lucky to have found her. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How do you make your living?
Before being stuck on that ship, capsized, I had moved from Norway, where I was a blacksmith, and I had chosen to travel to the Mediterranean to make a new life for myself. So my skills are in the forge, forging armor and weapons for those who need it. Now, these days, I think my arm for The forge might be a bit weak compared to what it used to be. I'm not sure if I have the means to swing a hammer like I used to.
Well, if you are looking to apprentice with someone, we can certainly introduce you to some masterful forge people, blacksmiths. Tell me, Janet, have you introduced him to the many things that might inspire him here in this land?
Oh no, I forgot to do that. I'm so sorry.
I remember when you spoke of things that would inspire me.
Oh yes.
I understand,
Out the gate.
and I think in my short time here I've been quite inspired already, but I'm not sure if I would need to be an apprentice to anyone, unless it's involving
Probably not.
unusual magic in their forging of their weapons. Then I would need to be an apprentice for that, for I've never made anything with magic before, and this land is brimming full of all kinds of magic I've never seen with my own eyes before.
So tell me, Harold, are you also going to be settling with the Mori?
The Mori?
The Mongols?
The Mongols.
The Mongols?
I'm not sure where I belong just yet. I have no plans, no ideas in my head just yet. I'm still thinking upon where I belong, or if I'll see it, will I know it?
I see. Well, you should definitely check out their village over there. It is truly amazing.
I believe I'd seen part of it on the way here, when we were walking on the path. Is there more to it?
Yes, and there's, well, I'm sure Janet can show you everything. But if you want to come back here, have you, looked at these forges before? Have you touched them? Are they helpful?
I am familiar.
When you mean the gods, do you mean the Roman gods?
And have you touched all the different metals?
It's been a while since I've handled anything.
Seven.
Is this something that interests you? Would you like me to,
I hear
let you rifle through the boxes?
some of them
and
speaking.
see-
Perhaps
more
another
than
time.
gods,
These
but I
were
don't know who.
what I used to do for a living before being stranded, but I think for now I'd just rather enjoy company, good food and drink, not think about work just yet.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes,
Are you
if
having
I'm-
a crisis of faith there, Luca?
I guess if I am to know either Saturn or more of these Roman pantheon gods, then I might need to speak to whoever's in charge over there to know more.
I heard from Janet that many of the Roman gods might be similar to my own pantheon of gods, the Azir.
I really don't know anything about it. I am a simple woman with simple beliefs.
We were talking merely about religions, and I spoke some that were here and some that they weren't. They're at least gone now.
Yes, so the Sentinels are more... okay, so Luca is part of the Sentinels who worship this Saturn god, right?
Aye, that's it.
And they also are something of always eager to, and I'm not trying to, I mean, can you maybe put it in better words? They like to, no, I'm sure that's not true.
They like to uphold the law.
Their law.
Their law, what they see as should be the law of the land. I would venture that is their motivation.
Laws, oaths, you name it.
They like to be seen as upholders of justice.
And what would your laws of order be? What are the laws of these lands that most folks abide by?
Well, you are in the wrong place for that because let me introduce you to our laws. And they're not really laws, they're more like guidelines, mottos. So we are kind of known as Bumblefuck, and we are the Fuckwitzes, and these here are the tenets that we like to live by. The first one is probably one of our most important, and that is, there is no such thing as a bad idea unless it
very
involves a
important.
swamp.
That was the First Amendment to the law.
Yes. And then, Taryn, just because you say it so convincingly, would you like to say the second one?
But sign nothing.
Yes, we sign nothing.
Very important.
Yes, we follow no one.
Absolutely
and
no one.
We never leave a bush unpicked. That's very important.
Very important.
We
That's relatively new, the no turning green.
we recommend do not turn green, and we do not form any orderly queues.
Yes, absolutely no queues.
No. So that's us.
Huh.
I can see you're very impressed.
It is interesting to say the least. That is that. But I will abide by your mottos.
Thank you. Just do not turn green, and we'll be fine.
I know of nobody ever turning green. What would cause such a thing?
Well,
Bad
there's
berries or something?
some fairly bad sicknesses around, by the way. A friend of ours did turn literally green. There are creatures here which, if you've come from the old world, you're going to have to sort of slightly forget everything you knew about the way the world works. So here, for all the myths that you were told as a child, there is something here that is akin to it. And all the magics which you didn't think were real are real and tangible. Spirits who will be like gods to us walk around and converse with us. It's a very odd place. But it's
Well,
also very beautiful.
yes.
There is beauty to be found here if you know how to do it. But there are
And
those that fight
great
that
friends.
beauty. That's true.
Like we've all bonded, and we have like new families, new friends, and it's at least here. I would say our hearth is definitely centered around number one. I would say laughter. Number
Aye.
two, music, and number three is just plain old-fashioned camaraderie.
You are good folk then.
Well,
Try to be.
until somebody wants to put us in an orderly queue. Then we rebel. And we tell very bad jokes.
Janet had
Aye.
told me you folks are quite rebellious and mischievous.
Ooh, in a way.
Well,
Or
we
chaotic.
refused to become, to fill out the paperwork to become recognized as a, we can't even say the word, so we're
Oh.
just going to say as a community until, like 2 days ago.
5 years we've been on this isles. We've seen towns come and go, and we were approached various times by the authorities
So you
become
finally
a-
signed something, you were telling me then.
Oh no,
No,
we didn't
no, we
sign.
didn't actually sign anything. We circumvented that one with a little bit of a loophole.
Yeah,
But
it's
we
a long
have.
story, but we're very proud that we did not sign anything. So, but if you are a person that seeks very strict, very clear path with strict, norms, then perhaps the Sentinels would be of interest to you. But they have very strong leadership there, and as Luca was saying,
Well,
you
I wouldn't
will
forsake my
eventually-
own gods for another. And they seem to have their own set of gods. I do not want to
Right.
be bothersome to join with somebody who believes differently than I do.
Well, then you might want to seriously consider the Mori, then the Mongols, because they are very. You can live wherever you want. You worship whomever you want. They do not. Janet, you can probably spiel this, right?
Hmm? Sorry. I was in my own little mind palace. Something about towns?
I was just thinking, like, if you were to describe the Mori Mongols,
Oh, yes.
very
Yeah.
bonded yet bonded in freedom.
That's what they want at the moment, but they pretty much want freedom and neutrality and everything. But they're in some form of restructuring, so to speak.
Yes,
But
there's
they wouldn't-
opportunity.
Sorry?
I would say opportunity, right?
If either you want to be there or be part of them still through other ways of living far away, but it's complicated at the moment, from what I've heard. But the Moris or the Mongolians are, as I once described, shamanistic in nature. But I think Wolf is kind of questioning that himself. He's trying to figure out how to conform to adaptability.
I have a lot to think about, a lot to ponder,
Hmm.
to figure out where I belong.
That is only the tip of a very large iceberg of the amount of communities that there are on this isle alone.
Alright.
There's
Think for
Tidehaven,
myself
there's the Crescent
that
Coast, there's...
It would be a good idea for me not to rush into anything all too quickly. Probably
Aye,
best for me
explore.
to just think upon it and get to know people and travel for a while until I've learned
Very wise.
this land.
Yes, very true.
I thought it would be very wise indeed.
What the hell is this thing right here? I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, this is one
This
of
is
our
Vardar.
pets. I'll go see if the therapy hen is awake, and you can meet her.
It reminds me of a toad, but bigger and uglier.
Aye. Here's the thing. You're going to meet a lot of things which don't make sense. You might even meet two such as this that are able to talk to you and may even offer you gifts. Now, one is called Toady and the other one is called Doug. They are spirits of this land as well.
This land is surely blessed by the gods, I'm sure of it.
It is very different.
Yes. Would you like to meet my therapy hen and my dog? In fact, you're all welcome to come and experience.
I will be probably pulling my head down. I have to be up
Okay.
pretty early.
Right, Janet?
The room's down this way?
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
pull
come
him
here.
as we...
This way.
I'm trying to remember.
It's,
And I'm gonna close the door just so that I don't let the dog out.
That is a large wolf. That is not a dog.
No, he's my dog. Pet him.
A good dog.
And over here is my therapy hen. If you pet her, it's very nice.
She's very warm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just woke up that way one day. But,
She's a little too warm, I'd say, for a hen.
No, she's just warm and fuzzy. I mean, don't you feel better when you pet her?
I don't know what I feel right now, but that is a very large hen to say the same.
Really? Did you pet her though?
I did.
Okay.
You have to understand that I've been through so much recently.
All the more reason. You can come and visit the therapy hen anytime you want.
I'll keep
you
that
pet
in
her
mind.
a few times and you start feeling better. Trust me.
What was your name one more time? It's gone in one ear
I'm
out the
Frida.
other. Frida. That's a name I recognize. Frida.
Yeah, well, some people call me Frida Fingerbreaker.
I wonder why you broke their fingers for. I imagine
well-
unwanted advances.
No, actually, it was in combat. I was able to break the finger of the great Dante, who is probably the greatest warrior in these lands.
Huh.
I was able to defeat Reikier in a bare naked punching contest. I defeated the King of New Sterling and hold his bow as trophy.
You're quite the accomplished warrior then, aren't you, Frida?
I am.
Interesting.
I am.
Well name, I say then. The breaker of fingers.
Yes. Frida Fingerbreaker. That's me.
Frida Fingerbreaker.
Okay, Fortune, be a good dog. Stay in here. I used to have a really, really, really beautiful pet that was my all-time favorite, but he was murdered. I'm still really, really grieving it.
It is unfortunate. I am sorry to hear.
He was a beautiful, beautiful serpent. And he would live out here in this pond. I have, while you're seeing pets.
Alright, thank you.
I have one more pet I can, they're not pets, but they're special friends I can show.
This might be challenging. If you remember Crow's reaction.
Did Crow not like it?
No, that was a slightly different thing.
You wanted to ask? Yeah, you wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, Luca.
No, the other.
So over here.
Go ahead.
This is my favorite. This is Tyra.
You have Draugr.
She's an-
Draugr are evil.
No, they're not Draugr.
Undead spirits in skeletal form and rotting
No.
flesh.
No. Look, they're happy and they help protect us. And Tyra is actually a skilled archer. Not only does she keep the riffraff out of here, she recently was able to take down a dragon that was attacking us.
A dragon? How do you come by such guardians?
The pink boxes. The spirits bestowed them on us. And this is Ulf. He's a warrior. And this is Alric, also a warrior. But Tyra's really good because she just can shoot anything.
Huh. I've never seen Draugr up close and moving. I've heard stories of Draugr, and I've seen corpses laid in tombs, supposedly to be Draugr, to defend riches. But I've never seen them with my own eyes.
Here,
Close.
come over here and shake Tyra's hand.
I will not be touching them personally.
No, no, no. Trust me. Just try it. Just try it.
I think I will try another time.
But wait. Will you offend me by not trying this? This is our norm.
And would you
This is our
offend me by
culture.
making me try something I'm not too comfortable with either? It may be your culture, but it is not mine.
You can wash your hands after. This is a new place. Things are different here.
I've never seen anybody ever have this before. This is different. Fine. Fine. I have a gut. I'm strong-willed. I'll touch it.
Just shake.
No
your
one will
hand.
say Harold Rickerson is a fool. I felt like a bum.
Ooh. All right. You know what, Tyra? He's very handsome, but I think you need to, maybe take it easy. Yeah, sure. I'll ask him to come back. He'll come back and visit, I'm sure. But also, you can't just fall in love right away. I mean, you don't even know yet. Okay, I'll ask him. Do you think you'll come back again sometime, Harold?
I'll let the fate decide that. Let's leave it at that as well.
Okay. All right. Tyra, I invited him. We'll see. All right. Okay. But so tell me, how do you feel about archers?
Archers are important in any battle. To have the upper hand on your opponents in war.
Ooh. Both Tyra and I are archers. But I'm happy that you got to meet her.
I'm still coming to terms of what I've just seen. There are plenty of strange things in this land, and I'm not ready for everything, it would seem. More surprises, I imagine, are to come, because I have been surprised twice now. Greatly.
But, you should be happy to know that, there are some in this land that instantly welcome you.
Oh,
I think Tyra has a crush on him.
Who's love?
To me, those creatures out there were strange. See, from where I come from, they would be called Draugr, and they are usually evil, or left behind to watch over someone's burial, as a guardian. But usually they are quite mischievous as well, and I was surprised to see one with my own eyes. Never have I ever seen one standing, or moving, but I've heard tales. And, well, as more has happened, I have more to ponder once more.
I convinced him to shake hands with Tyra, and she kind of instantly had a crush on him.
What's a rash choice, Luca?
yeah. Oh, by the way, what's your, I'll ask you. I wanted to make you something before you leave us home. I remember. But we'll get to that. I just wish to hear what you guys to say.
I'm afraid I don't understand the choice. Or are you trying to hint at it because you don't want to see? lot of us made choices for Velcro. A lot of us have paid high prices.
I have a hard time with people who do text RP just because it's something that I'll pretty much always cut out of my videos, you know? They just don't fit. I don't want to act it out for them either, you know?
There was
Hey,
a time where we could all just slip back
Bill
to-
Dow. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. What do you mean, Valheim RP?
Would you like to go see our gazebo?
Sure.
You're right. Elena's a very passionate woman,
This is where
and
Mason.
sometimes that does leave her with a guilty lash.
Who was Mason? I've never seen berry bushes so large.
Oh, we were gifted these by the same spirits who gifted us Tyra and her companions. It was quite stressful at the time because my house was in the middle, and when these were gifted to me, I could no longer even get out of my house. I had to break the walls down. Pretty, isn't it?
It is, but it is also dangerous. The ocean. She is cruel. And sometimes I feel that hell tries to pull you down into its depths when sailing across its mirror reflection. I'm not sad that I am here. I'm quite glad, actually. It is better from where I came from, and I want to seek a new life, an adventure. Maybe the gods have decided to bless me with coming to the Radiant Isles. There is so much more to learn here, and I feel that maybe one day I might have more purpose than I have ever dreamed of in my entire life. And Rita, I must admit, I am an ambitious man. And I have so much I want to see now and explore and understand. But there is so much more than I could even imagine.
And when you say ambitious, do you seek to become a king?
Never thought of a king, but somebody important. Where my name will be spoken on the tongues of people across the realm. Somebody who's more than where he came from.
Well, pretty much lots of people are declaring themselves kings, so you could probably do the same if you wanted.
It reminds me of stories I heard when I was a child about Christians. And then every other person from Norway, Poland, and different parts of where I came from were declaring themselves kings left and right. They wanted to control all the territories. But what makes a king, people have always wondered. Is it the people you lead over, the land you own, the souls you inspire? I don't see myself ever being a king. I am a nobody. And nobody becomes king. Unless they are somebody.
You clearly never met some of these kings. But anyway, this giant rock out there is known locally as Odin's Thumb. It does kind of look like a thumb.
Odin's thumb.
Aye.
Odin is a god from my homeland. He is the Allfather.
Okay.
He's very important amongst our people. my people.
Well, that's good. This, I made this shrine as a thank you for surviving.
Are there any more people out there that were known as Viking a long time ago? Are they here?
Well, I mean, yes and no. You know, many of the Vikings retired or lived in the lands that they, that they landed on. But there are some of very recent Viking descent. For instance, Endem, our companion. He comes from that land.
I thought I recognized his accent. Just a bit.
Right. We have a second floor here, which is actually really nice. You can often hear the musicians up here playing.
I can see why folks would spend time up here. It's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's nice.
Yeah, we're very lucky. We try not to involve ourselves in the petty wars and silly politics. And we just have a lot of friends and visitors here.
With there being so many kings, I can only imagine why there is so much conflict here.
You know, I think the bigger problem is the spirits and those that wish to kiss the spirits' feet.
You seem to know more about these spirits than, what's her name? I forget her name now. I feel so disrespectful. Janet. Okay, I was thinking of the right name. I thought it was the wrong name for a moment on my tongue. But Janet, she told me a little of the spirits. The spirits almost seem like they are gods, with the power they command. I've never heard of a spirit commanding such power. Then again, I am not from these lands.
Oh, well, the spirits here have great power. And, Endem would be the scholar, one of the greatest scholars, as a matter of fact, to tell you about all of the different spirits and, really what they encompass, what lands they rule. The forest, which if you were to look on your map, let me show you a place that you might want to sail to. But the entire forest, and I will sort of show you what is the forest. Yeah, you just, sometimes things stick to you. But anyway, that is the forest. And if you look there, the Bumbles, we have a lodge. Anyone is welcome to stay there. There's usually some food and definitely shelter. There will be people coming in and out. We leave it open for any and all. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get through this already. And we are also building a folly in the north. Long story. But it will help people. Our folly is here, and it will launch you off to the mountains should that be something you wish to explore.
All right. Who are the people here? And the spirits I should be wary of, careful around?
Well, everyone has their own opinions. You would not ever want to cross them. I personally have no problem with Valcor. I respect her. I respect her forest. Her brother, Farouche, comes from the Golden Land. I don't know him very well, but he is a smith. Many people kiss his toes, especially smiths, because he is a craftsman of incredible skill. There are twin siblings who rule the lands of the mountains. I have no use for them, no desire, and I will not go there. They sent their creatures to murder Mason just a few days ago, and I cannot forget that, and I cannot forget them.
You speak of these craftsmen and many of these spirits with such honor, and I understand for one to bring murder upon those you care about is quite hard. But it seems like Valcor is the only spirit folks tolerate around here. The others seem to be, besides the blacksmith, a menace, it would seem.
Well, the spirit of the swamp, Delgur, was an absolute menace. Murdered many humans. Incited his undead to riot. They were not as nice as Tyra. You can go visit his minions. They are lost without a leader, but believe me, they will stick their axe in your skull just as quick as before.
These lands are certainly dangerous. There are quite
Why?
many dangerous beings here, creatures. You even said there was a dragon. I've heard of a dragon, but I've never seen a dragon.
Well, hope you have a good bow or an archer with you when you do. But you will definitely see them. Those same dragons that murdered Mason, their brothers and sisters show up from time to time.
I'll keep that in mind then. Frida, would you allow me to stay here for a few nights as I gather my thoughts and think upon my purpose here in the Radiant Isles? I am tired now and I think I should get some rest. Besides, I've become weak from being on a boat for so long.
Do you have food?
I do.
Okay, because if you need food or anything else, you just let me know.
I will. It's alright if I stay up here, or is there another place that would be better?
Sure. This is probably as good a place as any. You'll be safe and sheltered.
Alright.
No one will bother you.
I think I'll stay here a bit longer just watching the water until I close my eyes and lay my head somewhere.
Hi. And you may wake up to music. It's
That's
lovely
very good.
here. But you're very welcome. Good night, Harold.
Good night, Frida.
Hi, you remembered. Maybe I won't break your fingers.
Well, I hope not.
Oh my god, this is a cool server. I'm really enjoying the RP a lot. The server's improved a lot from the last time I played it. Mr. Raging Moose, how you doing? Welcome in the chat. Bildo, it's good to see you again. Welcome in. I'm enjoying the RP here. It's been fun. I'm going to end my stream. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to edit a video for my other channel, and I'll see you guys around, alright? That was some good RP. I had a good time. I got really good content out of that, too. I'm glad I quit doing the other
Like,
things.
I don't-
That was nice. Thank you guys for watching.